Hi, I'm Stephen Downs, and this is another episode of Making a MOOC. So, this is a lot less formal than the videos I'm producing for the MOOC, not to say that those are particularly formal. Anyhow, here's what we're up to. I'll just pop over to the right hand screen here. Just as a note, between last video and this video, I switched from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So things work a bit differently. It's more or less the same, but I noticed lots of little differences in how the operating system responds. But the big difference for us is the location of the taskbar down here instead of up to the right hand side where I prefer to have it. Although I have at least fixed the color schemes and stuff like that. All right, so what are we up to? Well, we're looking at the ethical codes. Now, I've organized those into an ethical codes reader, and I've got something like 70 different ethical codes that I've studied. I've written summaries of all of them. And for the vast majority of them, I've also extracted the relevant contents. There's also links to the individual code. There might be some discussion, other links that discuss the codes, but mostly it's just links to the codes. Now, this is divided into two sections. The first section consists of the summaries. Oops, that's the table of contents here. I'll just skip right through it. So here are the summaries. You can see here are the headings and then the summary. And then later on, we go to what were the appendices for the original book presentation of this. And you see I have each of these codes of ethics with the link at the top there. And then the actual code, sometimes heavily edited with most salient points extracted to try to keep these to a page each. And sometimes when the code was well written, I just put it in its entirety. So there's some editing that's been done, quite a bit of editing and work has been done already for this. The issue now for me is that this is all kind of difficult to deal with. And so the question is, what's going to be the easiest way to go about this? Can I import this through writing some sort of algorithm or not? Can I import the data? So I think, and I also want to preserve the formatting. See, there's a lot of links and things like that, so I can't just, as I did last time, I can't just convert it to text. So I think I might just be going through some rote process here just to get it into the database, but I need to think about how I want to do this. So I'm going to set up the database for these codes, and then from that, I'm going to try to automate at least the inputting of the titles of these and perhaps the categorizations. But I think, and perhaps even the descriptions. I don't know. I think, for the most part, the descriptions are okay. Although, of course, I'll lose the paragraphing like I did last time. But at least I can do that, and then I may have to just cut and paste from the Google Docs into the database to preserve the HTML from the rest of it. And that's the danger of working with text documents for a lot of this stuff is, it's unformatted in the sense that it's unorganized. Even though I'm using headers and things like that, I can't really deal with this as data that I can link to other things because it's all smooshed in this one document. I've got to figure out a way of taking it apart. So, okay, let's go to the website, and I'm going to create a new table, just like I did before. The table is going to be called code. Not codes plural, because I'm going with my convention. I use the singular term to name these databases. It's a little tricky. It's a little tricky because I don't want to confuse it with code as in software. I have a thing, banned sites, with an underscore, and that works reasonably well. I'm just thinking maybe I should call it ethical code with an underscore. That might be better. Yeah, maybe I should do that. It makes things a little more awkward when I'm creating views and such. It might create views. It might create an issue with views because my views are named by joining things with underscores. So let's be careful about that. We'll just call it code and just hope that it doesn't produce a problem ever in the future. And of course, if you're using this, you can call this whatever you want, right? But I'll just call this code for now. So let's go into the forms. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to... So, I wonder if I can just clone... I don't think I can clone forms. That would be pretty handy, right? I can just clone the entire data structure and all the forms for a particular table. That would be really handy, right? Because then I'd just go down to post and I'd clone this, but I can't. So, well, let's grab all of this data anyways. So, okay, so let's make our new table. So make, and I'm going to make what I'm going to, oh geez, I still have that silly problem where I've worked on this too. I don't know why it fails. I honestly don't. But there's something about this particular page that breaks. I don't know what it is. Alright, so I'll reload here. So we may have, we'll continue to have that problem. So let's give you a bit better review as to what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm going to make a new form. We're going to call it code. We're going to make it available to find, to make, to read. I'm going to toss in all the data. So now basically I've cloned all the properties of a post for a code. So I got the tab, publish tab, including social media publish. I probably don't need that. I don't need that. Do I need any of the published stuff? Yeah, let's leave that just in case. Publication type. No, there's not going to be publications there. Creation date, social media publish. I'm not going to need that. Not going to need the association with presentations. I don't think. Can always add it later if I want. Tab preview, I always want that. Tab upload, so I want to be able to upload files. That'll be useful. I can actually upload the actual code itself. So let's keep that in mind. And then, so I just have the list of files that I can display. Title, link, author. I might want to put organization in there instead, right? I do have a data element called organization. I haven't been populating it, so it's empty right now. But it wouldn't hurt, would it? So organization. So instead of author, I'll use organization. There's no feed associated with it. Okay, so the description, and then the right tab will be the content. So basically the way I'll do this is I'll put the short summaries into the description, and I'll put the long excerpts into the content, and then of course I can find the file as well. There's a link associated with these, so when I create one of these records, I'll also be creating the link to that record. Now, as I recall, when I include a link element in here as a varchar, Grasshopper will actually create and associate that link. Now, we'll need to check for that to see if that actually happens for a new data type. And I might want to embellish that a bit so that it grabs a bit more data from what I'm providing here in order to provide a more complete record for the link. I like to keep these separate, and I know I've wrestled with this for years. I like to keep the external resources separate in their own table described as links, right? So anything that's not in my database, I list in that links table. And it might seem sort of redundant in the sense that my code here will have a title and the link might have a title, but doing it this way allows me to include numerous links, different versions of the same code, etc. So yeah, there's many reasons to keep my list of a code separate from the external link that I'm referring to when I'm describing this code. Also, I have much more data here, like my own personal account, my own personal summary, that isn't properly a part of the external link. So I want to distinguish between my personal content and the external content. Okay, so there we have the table. Now, the table itself, sorry, I did not provide a table name to show. That's quite right. So I'm going to go to the database. I'm going to create a table called code, add table. Now I'm going to edit the table. Here we go. Now that takes me into, and it should take me right to the form that I just created, shouldn't it? But it doesn't. I don't know why. Again, this is tricky getting all of these things to work together. So let's go back. I'll list forms again. Oh, it's broken. I'm going to have to reload here. So annoying when that happens. Okay, so I'm going to have to list forms. So let's list form. And here's code. Oh, did I capitalize it? Okay, I think I can still fix that. Code lowercase. All right. Now, table. Select a different database. Yeah, I see I capitalized it here as well. So, all right, let's go back into the database. I'm going to drop the capitalized version of code. Drop table. So an error occurred. All right, I don't know if that happened now or somehow later. Now I'll create the lowercase version of code, add table. Now this link probably still isn't going to work. No. So make, and we're back where we were, having to reload. Sure is annoying. I'd love to solve that bug. And I'm not getting. There we go. Make, okay, list form code. Here we go. Table. There's my table. And now I can add the elements that I wanted. So what did I want? I need code description, which I forget what I do with post, but I'm just going to make this as text for now, and that'll be fine. I'll save that. Okay. Okay. Code. No. Sorry, but there was an error. Boy, it sure would be nice if all of that worked. And one day, I'll just, well, one day, I've actually sat down and made a project out of it, but I was still unsuccessful. So edit code. Come on. Come on. You're supposed to, when I select which database I'm going to edit, it should just go straight to that. But it's not going to. Table. Here we go. Okay, code content. Which again is text. Whoops. Oh, man. And we're frozen. Wow, annoying. Stop whatever it's trying to do. Reload. And I'll just go straight into the database. Database. Select a table. Code. Alright. Table. Okay. So code content. Making that text. We'll save that. List form. Code. Which reloads this. But freezes. Damn. Sorry, you're not hearing me swear. Here are you? No. So we have to reload. Make list form. List form. Oh, well, let's just try to do it this way. Database. Select a table. Code. Okay. Open it up. Open it up. Come on. Oh, that was backup database. Duh. Edit code. Here we go. The table. Alright, code link. Eventually I'll never have to put code link in here. It'll all be association. But I put it in here because just because that's how it works. Link always used to be part of, it always used to be part of the actual record. So, this is a holdover from many years ago. When I was writing RSS feeds, and you'd have title, description, link. And we have to reload. I'm not sure how many more things we actually need here. We might have everything we need. List form. Let's check. Code. So Oh, pub date. I'm going to need pub date. Do I need a publication date? CR date is the creation of my record. Pub date is typically the publication date where it appears in one of my newsletters. So I'm actually going to remove that. Tab preview, tab upload, file, tab edit, title, link, organization is a key list, description. Yeah, so I need a title for my code, don't I? And otherwise, modules, a list, content I already have. Oh, right, let's make sure I can find all of these. Okay, so do I have title? No, I don't. So let's make title, and that'll finish it off for us. And title is a varchar. Ooh, that should be text. Oh no, that's right. No, that's just a link. Varchar 256. The link is longer than 256 characters. It's too long. Same with the title. I am going to truncate those, even though it would break the link. But oh well. All right. So let's look at Well, I'm not going to make a code because I want to upload these automatically. But codes do exist now. Let's create some views for the codes. So yeah, this is the list of views. So I'm going to work in two windows here. So on the left hand side, which is still showing for some reason, the little grass or the little sparrow icon, and on the right hand side, the left hand side I'll use for the views that I want to use as models for my views. So and that's going to be post, and then for the right hand side I'm going to make some views. So the first view I'm going to make is code HTML. Oops. Okay, so we'll come back over here. Again, it'd be kind of neat to just be able to clone these. I'm gonna have to. I know I can clone pages. I'm gonna have to extend clone to many other things, I think, because that would be a really useful functionality. Okay, so post. Now I want to use basically. Whoops, filter view. Oh man. Right, so let's do it this way. Title, post, link, or post article, which would be better. Post article. Because these will include content, right? Okay, so post article HTML. So here we go. Now it's not going to be by me. Do I need a date on these? Yeah, we'll leave it anyways. Key list, post ID, don't need the X's, which are in there for testing purposes. Don't need the key table equals feed. Do need the key table equals organization. Published as, no, we don't need to link to publication. So what else do we need? We have the title, the date, organization, post content, and we also want the description. We want both of these in the full HTML version. Except none of this should be prefixed post. It should all be prefixed code. See, that's the tricky part of cloning. You clone everything, including all of the references to the database that you're working with. So if you'd want to be able to replace some of this stuff. Code, all right. Oh, and that should be code summary, code description. All right, so that's good for code HTML. Now we'll make one. What will we call it? We'll just call it code summary for now. Again, these summaries will be kind of longish summaries. But yeah, I'm not sure how much I'll need this, but okay. So for my article summaries, as you can see, I just oh yeah, I can include the illustrations in that. Oh yeah, the files. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I should be including here, right? So actually we want to stay on this here. So file, are they always going to be PDFs? Probably not, eh? So, well, I don't need to limit. Okay, so db equals file. Let's come back here to the summary that I'm defining. Okay, so organization, code description, code content. I want to put the link here. So BR and then code link. See, I'm sort of picturing in my mind what I want the output to look like, and then I want the file. I just want any file associated with this. I don't need to align it. So code db equals keyword. Oh, that's keyword. No, that's not right. Let's come back here. Keyword, key list is what I'm after here. Yeah, key table equals file. Good. Okay. So, okay, we'll come back here. I want the file to come right after the link. So, you know, download. Okay, db equals code. ID equals code ID. Don't need a prefix. Oh, but the prefix here will be download. And I'll just remove this text. And postfix BR. So BR, when it's capitalized like that, indicates a line break. Okay, that's good. All right. So I'm going to take all of this, and now I'll create a new view, which I'll call code summary, which will contain everything but the long text. Okay. And now I'll create another view called code list. And this will be for cases where I want to list the codes. So come on, new view. Don't fail on me now. So it'll be code list. So it'll be similar to, oh, I don't even have a version of post article list, do I? I don't know if I'll need one. Well, I've post article brief. Oh, I've hit that error again. Seem to be having database issues. Probably caused by my own code. So, alright. Okay, so list. Let's create. Yeah, I'm going to want to be able to have a brief view of these. So, code brief. Oops. We'll just call it code brief. And we'll emulate the post. Well, I don't need to emulate anything. I know what I want. Code title. And we'll provide the actual link to it. So href equals STURL code and code ID. Code title. No, not like that. Code ID, close, code title. And BR. Alright, and so I'll be able to use that on a page where I'm listing a bunch of the codes. I'd use a keyword command, list the codes according to their categories. Code categories. Forgot about those. Alright, because I do categorize my codes, so we're going to have to go back into the form. Well, actually, yeah, we're going to have to go back into the form. So list form. And there we go. Code, it's being slow right now. Like I say, it's probably my fault. My coding errors sometimes produce loops or excess. Gee, that's still not showing. Those aren't resetting properly. That's not good. Okay, so I need to include the category, which is how do I code those now? So let's look at what did we have. Some of the other things that we had were issues, say. So let's look at an issue. All right, so we had these categories. It's an opt list. So let's look at the form for one of these. Issue. So here we go, category. Oh, that's all I need, right? Category, opt list, link key list. Man, I need to, and module. Well, all the modules will be 4. So I don't think I need to associate the codes with a module. Okay, so back here to code. So title, link, organization. I'll put category right under organization. Category opt list, very good. And now we'll go over to the table. Yay. Code, category. And that's going to be a varchar. And it's going to be smallish. I'll keep it to 32 characters. And I'll save that. Good. Okay, we always get the error. Show columns not recognized. I don't know why that would be the case. That one would seem to be a fairly easy problem to solve. All right. Okay, so I've got my code table defined. I've got my views set up so that when I actually insert some codes into this system, I'll be able to view them. Now I just need to load the data. So the way I do that is I go to the database and I import into the table. Now, here I choose the table I'm importing to. Here I choose the format. So it can be tab delimited, comma delimited, or JSON. Now, my problem is I'm working with this raw data. Ugly, ugly, ugly. So last time what I did is I took this data and basically I loaded it into Note tab and then ran it through a few regular expressions in order to sort out the data. Maybe I'll do it differently this time. Let me think. It really was annoying last time, the way I did it. Okay, see what I've done here too. That's good. I've got the organization, or in one case or a few cases, an author here. I might have to include authors. In the title, that's handy. So I can get all of that too. Thinking about this. This is hard. I don't know. Okay, now this is something to think about, right? Because when I import this stuff, this is very good. This is why I'm doing this. When I import this, it's not clear, and it's difficult to understand, especially if you're just using JSON or tab delimited. It's not clear whether you're creating different records that you're associating this with, or associating with different records. For example, I run through this list. I want to create separate listings for separate record, like here, Simon Fraser University. I want that to be an organization record, not just a piece of data in my code of faculty ethics and responsibilities. And I think I want to preserve this whole title as well. Not easy. Okay. Yeah, that's not obvious how to do that. So, okay. Well, let's extract the text. We'll begin with that. So, and we'll extract the top text because that's the best organized. So we'll go, and even in some cases, right, it's kind of messy. But okay, so we'll go down to here, and now I'm going to copy all of this. A bit faster using page up. It's an awful lot of content. Oh, okay, I don't need all of this up here. Summaries, professional ethics, okay. Okay, so careful now. Right click, copy. And I'm going to put that into note tab. So let's get some note tab here. I'll create a new file. Okay. All right. Now, okay, so just thinking about how to do this, because all my data right now is paragraph delimited, and I'd like it to be probably tab delimited. Hopefully I don't have too many tabs in here. And then of course the line. And there's no easy way of distinguishing between actual, like between the titles, like the category titles, the code titles, and the text describing the code. That's a little bit hard. Yeah. Well, everything's in the same order. Well, except for the category titles. But I could probably mess with that a little bit. So, yeah, everything's in the same order. Except I have paragraphs. Some of these things are 2 paragraphs, some of them are 1 paragraph, some of them are more. So that's the only problem. I need double paragraph. Basically, I need double paragraphs to distinguish entities from each other. There's no other way around that, right? So, right. So if we look at the first one, for example, okay, CFA, right, there's a couple of paragraphs, and then we move to Behavior Analyst Certification Board. So let's come back here. So here's the CFA Institute, 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph. Here's the next one. So I'll stick another. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. See, I could probably infer from the fact that, okay, academic ethics, professional ethics. Okay, see what I'm doing too. I'm separating out my categories. We'll come back to that. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Teacher ethics. Oh, now I even have summaries of some of these, right? Yeah. See, I have this little summary of teacher ethics in general. I'm not going to want to gather that. Do I have a similar summary for academic ethics? No, I don't. So this is unusual. So I'm just going to remove that text from this, but I'll remember that I still have it. He says, hopefully. Okay, so moving on. Oops, that's too many. Le Code Soleil. Okay. Okay, moving along. Here's one with only 1 paragraph. See, if there were all 2 paragraphs, it would be no problem, but they're not all 2 paragraphs. Education Guyana. You see how I also tried to get this more international as well. And we look at the lists of these codes that are created by other people, and they're almost all from Western sources. And I didn't want to do that. Okay, so ethics for librarians and workers. Okay, here we go. Love this IBID stuff. Okay. This one appears to have 3 paragraphs. Public service ethics. Okay. Canada. Research ethics. Okay, again, here we have another sort of summary of the discussion, which I'll just remove. Now, Nuremberg Code, Declaration of Helsinki. I don't know how you can do any work on ethical codes without considering some of these really foundational documents. Right, the Belmont Report looks like it has 3. Right, the Common Rule. You know, these are really foundational documents, and we can't really understand ethical codes without them. Okay, now scientific integrity. Again, we have a general sort of account here. Oh. Let's check and see what we were doing with that. Research ethics. Oh, scientific integrity. Oh, that's a thing. Oh, that's not actually a code, eh? It's just a discussion. It shouldn't really be in this code thing. Okay, it's not a code. I don't know why it's there. It's certainly useful to talk about scientific integrity. Alright, well, see, this is why this is useful. I had a misclassification there of some text, and I was representing it as a code, and it's not a code, really. Okay. Alright. There's another one. Again, we have a multi-paragraph one. This is 3 paragraphs for the Canadian Nurses Association. And here we have 1 paragraph for the Ontario College of Pharmacists Code of Ethics. So, yeah. And now we're back to the usual 2 paragraphs. Not for long, no. Canadian Psychological Association, American Psychological Association. This one needs work because it was sort of added. Okay, ethics and social science research. All right. Health, educational welfare. Code of Fair Information Practice. FTC. Yeah. Accenture. Concordat. Interestingly, here I don't have an actual organization here, do I? Okay, well, I won't worry about that. Well, I need to worry about that. I'll I'll just put it in twice. And that way it's consistent with all of the other records. There we go. Because I'm going to want to take, basically I'm going to want to do this and then just convert that into a tab. I'll be converting some of these paragraph things into tabs as well. That's how I'll organize my data. So gov.uk. I know this is taking a long time and it's not fun, right? It's probably really boring video, but you see how we're okay. Here's market research ethics. Okay, you see this is the kind of picky work that needs to be done in order to convert stuff into data. Okay, robustness and explain. Oh, that's just a link I have hanging around. So we'll just make it part of that description. I'm not sure why I have that sitting there, but okay. Journalism ethics. Okay. So I have a number of these. New York Times. Oh, got extra paragraphs here. That'll confuse the system. Ethics for IT professionals. Okay. Who's next? Just got to go through here now. I've got extra paragraphs here. Data research ethics. Okay. Pretty short description. Okay. This probably would have been easier working in the other document, but it wouldn't have been as clear. Like I can, using Note tab like this with all the markings turned on, I can easily see where everything is breaking, right? So 10 simple rules. Okay, so I need one of these dot dash dots, and I'll put that in here. And don't need that. So that's kind of annoying, right? So that will be referred to as an organization. It's the sort of thing now that if I spotted this as an organization while I was working with the data, I'd want to correct that, change those into authors, so separate them out, and then associate all of that. Okay, ethics for AI. Okay, now this is just a descriptions thing, so I'll remove that. Keeping in mind, I'll want to put these back in after. Okay. Okay, some are AI principles, House of Lords Select Committee on AI. We don't have a document title. So AI in the UK. So we'll just make sure that that goes in there. Okay. AI for people. Again, we don't have a document name, so I'll just repeat that. So you'll have to clean this up, It's cleaning this data. Just annoying and long. Principal. Okay, so now here some of our stuff is getting messy. So there's a diagram in here, principled AI diagram. Yeah, look at this mess. to so the main thing here is I just want to make sure I don't have double paragraphs in places where I don't want double paragraphs. So see, I don't even have a 5 here. I'm not going to worry about that now because I don't know why I don't have a 5 in there. Could be any reason. Alright. Okay. List of principles. Again, just making sure I have a heading. All of this was AI for people, eh? Was it? Let's check, make sure. Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Back to high-level experts group. Again, I've got extra data in here, so it's a little bit sloppy. Okay, and there should be a hyphen here. Okay. NRC. Apply the AI ethics report. See, again, this probably shouldn't be thought of as a code of ethics, but here it is. Report 2019. I'll put all of that in there. Okay, U.S. White House. Okay, now actually I'm lumping all of that in here, so I need that extra space. There we go. Okay, I have the White House here. AI ethics by design. That's in Kevokian, so put her up here. There's the organization responsible for this thing. Wow. This bit of the data is messy, isn't it? Principled artificial intelligence. I haven't dealt with this all properly. 3 dozen prominent AI principles. Documents form the basis. So I'm just going to create an organization out of this. Maybe clean that up later, I suppose. And 8 common themes. Alright. Now, Treasury Board Secretariat. Canada. Just so we know. You know, I think all of this is part of this Ann Kevokian report, but I don't know. Well, no, it's stuff that I've just inserted into the body. I think what I'm going to remove, I'm just going to remove a whole bunch of this stuff, like this list here. We'll leave this TBS thing in here. And maybe I'll just leave that in here. There we go. Not perfect, but it'll do. All right. So here we have UNICEF. Oh, Child's Rights Policies is the category. UNICEF. Draft principles for an AI and child rights policy. There we go. Okay. Government of Japan. Getting back to how we were doing it before. Okay, so that was kind of a messy bit there. Yeah. Okay. Amnesty International and Access Now. Toronto Declaration. Okay, and then there's a whole long title for it. Access Now. Oh, okay, that's just a reference. So, okay. Society of Actuaries. Okay, now we have another category, Information and Privacy. So this is the Information and Privacy Commissioner, Ontario, Canada. And again, we use our hyphen to indicate. I don't need to repeat that twice. Okay. Okay. Ethics in social media research. And all I have is this one thing here. Ethics in educational research. So I don't even really have this category. I just have this booklet. This. Okay, so Social Media Research Ethics Conference. That's the title of the thing. Don't know who wrote it. Oh, jeepers. I accidentally pressed insert, and so there we go. So, who's this? ACSS. Don't know who they are, but so I'll just ACSS there. Now we have another category title, Ethics in Educational Research. Okay, the ASLMR Convention. So, is there a foundation for that? Name for that? I'll just call it ASLMR for now. Yes, this is data being made. The raw. Okay. British Educational Research Association. Okay, and it's just a link. And some content. Okay. Almost down to the bottom. Okay. Slimmer, Bira, Internet Media. Okay. So that's good. Bira now. This is the title. Economic and Social Research Council. Internet Mediated Research is what it's called. It's a web page, but whatever. And this is okay. Here we have another category, Ethics in Learning Analytics, but what is this thing here? Revisiting the Belmont Principles. Let's just associate that with what came above. It seems to be that's where it belongs. Okay, JISC code of practice, which seems to be the JISC thing. Okay, and here are the principles. Association of Research Libraries. SpecKit Learning Analytics. I'm just going to put a comma there just to make sure I'm not huge checklist here. Empirical use of student data from the OU. Draft Barcelona principles by the PR industry. So I'm just going to put in here PR industry. It's not a real organization, but whatever. Okay, here's the content. Another category, e-learning and GDPR. And then the delicate principles. So I'll give these I don't know who wrote the delicate principles. It could be don't know who wrote them. So let's put in Dreschler and Grutter. It may well have been them. Delicate. Now I'll remove these extra P's. Alright, so now I've done that, and I realize I'm going to need to separate these titles out as well. So we'll go back to the top of the document. Yeah, I know. This will go a lot faster, okay? So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to use a double paragraph marker where I'll want to be using a tab. And I should probably use a triple paragraph marker where I want to be using a paragraph marker. So, okay. So here, right? Oh yeah, right. Is that right? Behavior Analyst Certification Board. Got extra spaces there. I don't know why. Certification. Well, I do know why. It came from a PDF, and PDF often inserts multiple spaces. Okay. Triple E Code of Ethics. Okay. Just moving a little more quickly now. Okay, there's the double, which ends it. Okay. And the extras. The Code Soleil. Okay. Oh, we gotta give our organization / author here. Put that in here. That's good to go over this twice anyways, isn't it? Okay. Oh, but we don't want double now. Just one. Okay, we want triple here at the end of this, right? Okay. So, triple to end, double after the title. 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 So exciting! Feel free to skip ahead in this video. Okay, double after the title. Triple to end, double after the title. Triple to end, double after the title. Triple to end, double after the title. We're getting there. So in at category title. Nuremberg Code. Who do I accredit that to? I don't know. Call this World Medical Association. We'll say that they drafted the LC. Well, see, I'm not necessarily saying that these associations drafted these things. I'm saying that they are associated with these things. Different thing. Okay, declaration is consistent. I don't want a double paragraph there. Triple to end. The Belmont report. So this is probably Belmont authored the Belmont report. Again, it's probably an author, not an organization. Belmont. Okay. The common rule. Health and Human Services, HHS. All right. And again, oh, we want triple at the end. Okay. Okay. Scientific integrity. Healthcare ethics. Okay. Triple to end. Triple to end. We're getting there. We're getting there. Title. Just cleaning things up a bit, right? Triple to end. Okay. Triple to end. Triple to end. Oops. Look at this. All right. Oh boy. After this, we'll just have to do the categories, and then we'll be basically, we'll do a little regex and we'll be ready to import. And it'll actually be amazing how fast this goes once I'm actually importing. This is worth doing though. I mean, it's a better way of managing this information. I should have entered this into a database or even at least a spreadsheet in the first place, but I did not. So I'm suffering for my own previous mistakes. I admit that, and I take full responsibility not only for my current suffering, but also the resulting very dull video that's following from this. But hey, that's the way it works. This is the work that's involved, and therefore the thinking that you get to see me do as I do this. And as you can see, I can allow my mind to wander a bit as I do this, because, you know, when I'm just doing something like this, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, that. That 10 Simple Rules document really wasn't a very good document. I include it here because it's widely cited, but really now. Oops. Okay, and get this in. AI for people, AI for people. A much better considered document. Oh yeah, right. Okay, list of principles. So there's still some messiness in this, eh? It's still not going to be perfect. Oops. All right. It's a triple, now a double. Triple, then a double. Triple, then a double. Again, I don't know whether that's an actual thing, but okay, we already have a double there. Okay, child's rights policies, a double, triple, then a double, triple, then a double, triple, oops. Amnesty International and Access Now, Toronto Declaration. Oh, okay, it's the big long thing here. Okay. Double, alright. Society of Actuaries. There's another category. Okay. So another category. So only one member of that previous category. Double. This one only has a link for content. And now we have another category. Okay, slimmer. Triple. And then the BIRA, Educational Research Guidelines. Internet. Okay, another category. Ethics and Learning Analytics is another category. So we have a few one-member categories here, but but now we're in a position really to be able to add to these a lot more easily. So JISC, Association of Research Libraries, Open University, PR industry, whoever they are. Another category. Talent, LMS, okay. Delicate gets its own thing, and that's it. All right. Now, the last thing we need to do is categorize the stuff. So what I'm going to do, what we do here is we're going to take our category, which will have 2 paragraph markers, right? I'll X that out, and then we'll insert it in front of each one of these things. So I know that's repetitive, but now we'll be able to build these reports. Now, I don't know why I don't have 3 there. You see now, see how this double thing is marking the end of the report, or the end of the individual code, and then the category begins the next one. And now we have a new category, right? So, here we go. Control C. And you'll see this play out nicely when I start converting these to tabs. Academic ethics. Okay, now we have a new category. Okay. All right. Teacher ethics. Education Association. Okay. Just putting in these teacher ethics categories. Ethics for librarians and information workers. That's another category. Control C. Alright. And now we continue on. It's moving a bit faster, this part of it, isn't it? Because the more structured the data is, the easier it is to work with. All right, public service ethics. Okay, now research ethics. Let's see. So the Nuremberg Code, World Medical Association, Belmont Report, Health and Human Services, Common Role, okay, scientific integrity. Just don't have that. It doesn't do anything here. There's nothing under it. Okay, healthcare ethics. Okay, principles of biomedical ethics. Canadian Nurses Association, Ontario College of Pharmacists, Medical Informatics Association. It took me a long time to compile all this, and I had to read all of these documents. And so, American Psychological Association. Okay. Ethics in social science research. Oops. There we go. And there is only one in that, I think. No, there's two. Okay. Oh. 3? Oops. There we go. Accenture. I guess I put that in here. That's interesting. These all seem like research ethics and, well, healthcare ethics. Oh, maybe that was a title that I deleted by accident, right? Let's back up a bit here. Okay, healthcare ethics. Oops, I need the whole thing here. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that is healthcare ethics. And that is healthcare ethics. And that is healthcare ethics. And that is healthcare ethics. Keeping along here. There we go. Right, ethics and social science research. Okay, that could be a category of its own. And could be. Alright, we'll go with that, and I can always change it later. It just feels that these are more generic research ethics. And here we have data ethics. These are all data ethics, aren't they? Yeah. I'm going to call this data ethics instead of what I was calling them. I think that's a better title for this category. It certainly seems more representative. Again, pretty arbitrary, right? That's the nature of this. A lot of this is really arbitrary. But as long as you know that it's arbitrary, then it doesn't really matter. All right? And you can just work with it. Data ethics. Data ethics. Yeah, you see how easily all of that slides in here? Data ethics. Fair's fair is data ethics. Now we have market research ethics. Okay, and we have just the one there. Oh, but now we have data ethics again. I'll leave this categorized as data ethics as well. And now I'll put data ethics in here. Yeah, that makes much more sense. Now we move into definitely a different category. Journalism ethics. Control C. And now you put these in. New York Times. Okay, ethics for IT professionals. So I'm a little light on journalistic ethic principles, aren't I? Okay, so ethics for IT professionals. And now the Usenix ones. Now, data research ethics should probably be still continued under data ethics. I think I'll do that. I don't need to change the order here because it's all going to be under the same category in the end. And you'll see how this works out. So that's actually pretty handy. This is also data ethics, the 10 simple rules for responsible big data research. Now we have ethics for AI specifically, new category. Okay. Interesting that data ethics and ethics for AI are separate categories. This is a little bit less arbitrary on my part because I'm looking at, you know, the language being used by a lot of these different principles. Okay, it's definitely AI ethics. U.S. White House. Oh, and I haven't been making sure ethics for AI. Okay. All right, they've all been triple. Okay, good. Triple. Okay. This one shouldn't be triple though. Ethics for AI. Ethics for AI. Looks like I sort of moved into the the idea here. Okay, child's rights policies is a separate category of having the 3 paragraphs after, not just the 2. I sort of went into that sort of without even thinking about it. Human rights in the age of artificial intelligences. That's AI ethics. Or ethics for AI. I could rename that category, I suppose. Better think about it now, because non-discrimination in machine learning, that's also AI ethics. Actuaries. Yeah, AI ethics. It's right in the title. Okay, information and privacy is a whole separate category. Okay, but with just one entry, ethics in social media research. With just one entry, ethics in educational research. I think with just one entry. 2 entries maybe. Internet mediated research, another category. See, and it's interesting. It is different, isn't it? Ethics in learning analytics specifically is a category. Oops. And here we have the JISC Code of Practice for Learning Analytics. And Association of Research Libraries Learning Analytics. And PR, this is public relations industry. That's not learning analytics. That's more like ethics in social media research, information and privacy. I don't know. I'm not sure what to categorize that as. Okay, and this one is data ethics. Okay, this is data ethics as well. I'll declare it. Oh, better capitalize that. Okay. How are we doing? E-learning and GDPR. Let's just remove this. It's not actually a code of ethics here at all. Whoops. Okay, delicate. What kind is that going to be? Learning analytics. Okay. Control C. All right, and that's all of them. Okay, awesome. Now let's have some fun. So we're going to convert, first of all, we're going to convert all of these triples into something distinct that I'll remember for later. So, Control C. So, search and replace. So these triple paragraph markers, we're going to call them line feeds. And we're going to use big capital letters, line feed, and we're going to replace them all everywhere. Now let's count them. Let me see. No, we don't want to only count them. Replace them all. 72. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now, we're going to take the double line feeds and convert them into tabs. Let's replace these all. Hope that worked. Now we're going to take the line feed thing that we just created. But we still have single tabs, don't we? Yeah. That's okay. Alright, so let's do that first. Let's do the single tabs that we have. We're going to replace with BR tags. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to take the line feeds and we're going to turn them into line feeds. Replace all. 72 replacements. Now our data should be all set. Let's turn off the word wrap and we'll see how this looked. Where is the word wrap? Where it is. Edit. View. Options. how to turn it off. Oh well, whatever. So go back up to the top here. So these tabs should be there. Is there a way for me to know that they're there? I don't see them. Oh yeah, there we go. It's these markers, I think. Yeah, there's one, there's one, there's one. Okay. So if I turned off the view these things, and if I turned on the line feeds, we'd see. Okay. And then the P's are the end of the line. Okay. Good. Let's save this. File, save as. Ethical codes. .text. Let's save it. Now, I wonder what happens if I import this. Now, remember last time I had an issue importing because it choked on the whole list. So let's be a little bit cautious here. Let's create a subset of this. I wish I could turn off the line feeds. I wish I remembered how to do that, or the word wrap. That's really annoying that I can't figure out how to do that. Note tab word wrap. Let's just look it up. Should be in here. Not notepad. So note tab. Tools menu. Okay, document. It's in the document menu. Alright. Let's find options. Document. Word wrap. There we go. See? Doesn't that look lovely? Looks like it should. All right. Oh, right. I need the the titles at the top. Okay. So category, tab, title, tab, description. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I know it's not very much, is it? But that's how I organized it. So, because I don't want to break up the organization from the title, because otherwise I'll have very bad titles. So I'll just do it like that. So let's save this again. Now I'm going to take a smaller bit of this, maybe just the first category. Control C. Okay, and file, new. I'll just make a new document out of that. Control, okay, file, save as. And ethical codes, A. All right, so let's try loading that and see how that works. It's just 4 records. Okay, so we'll come back to our database. And, wow, 12:08. I'm missing my own appointment. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that. But, all right, this is taking a long time. Okay, so now back to, oh, I was right there. Okay, import. So import into table, code, select a format, tab delimited, browse for the file. It's in documents. It's not in that documents. It's too many. Is it in data D documents? Let's check in here. OneDrive documents. Nope. E documents. Nope. Let's go back and see where I've saved this. File, save as. So annoying. Tell me where it is. It's there, wherever that is. See, Word assumes that I'm only ever going to have one directory called documents, and that's where things will be, but that's not the case. Documents. Oops, that's downloads. Documents. See, when I choose documents here, I don't get the same directory as when I choose documents elsewhere. And also, these are all docx, but that's just coincidence. So I don't actually know where these are saved. How annoying is that? File, save as. So instead of just documents, which is crappy, useless to me, data D, OneDrive, documents, save. All right. Okay, so data D, OneDrive, documents. There it is. All right. Open. Now let's see how this works. Import. Imported list. 5 records added. Let's have a look for them. So code. List code. Oh, that's the forms. Oh, man. Okay. So list codes. I should have 5 of them. Alright, this title didn't go in properly. And yeah, but no problem. I can fix that. Okay, code description. Let's put this in as the source. Okay. Don't know what that is, but alright. Let's list these codes again. List code. Wonder why that's so big. That shouldn't be. Something weird there. Something weird has happened. IEEE Code of Ethics. And I don't know what these. Oh, these are bullets. So that's fine. I don't care about that. But why is this getting so big? That's different. So layout, font weight, inherited from HTML. I don't know. That's odd. I've never seen anything like that before. That's a new one. And clearly something's making it do that. Okay, so let's see. Let's try deleting records and see if any of these results in a change. The last one. Okay. So that was the 5th record. That was also the record, I think, that had the issue with it. The 4th record. Oh, no, we're having the same issue here. Let's delete this one. So something's going in here. It's these special characters, maybe. Certainly the records with the special characters are having these problems. Let's delete this one. Yeah, I know, I'm going to end up deleting all my records. So I only have one left now. And suppose I removed that. List record, list code. No? Wow. What is causing that? And we don't have code category either. The code categories didn't save. All right. Delete. Stop there. Nothing here. So I wonder what went wrong when I imported. Okay. Got a file. Let's have a look at this file again. Okay. Codes text. So I'm actually not importing this properly. Well, I am, but you know what I mean. I'm getting stuff that isn't rendering properly. Basically anything like this, for example, this isn't rendering properly. So I think I'm importing this as ASCII or saving this as ASCII. Probably importing it as ASCII, and not UTF-8. So I need to interpret this as UTF-8 on the way in. Is that a problem with my database? I don't think it is. Format is TSV. So I can make a few fixes here. So just to make it easier to work with. So let's turn word wrap back on. View, options, document, word wrap. Okay. So what we're going to do is these quotes we're going to replace with just plain ASCII quotes. And same with the other ones, if I can find them. Here we go. Search, replace. Not strictly necessary. I should write better code so that I don't have to do this, but oh well. And I want to save the list things, the list dots. Let's turn off the I wish I could remember how to turn off all of the markings. That would make it easier to find some of the stuff, but oh well. Okay, we'll change all of these apostrophes, Control C, into, again, the single line, the ASCII version. Oh, only 84 of those. That's interesting. Okay, looking for those list indicators. Let's look on the original, see if we can't find where they were. Let's go all the way up to the top here. Oops, not that far up to the top. It's a little too far. Oh, maybe. Here we go, Research Ethics. So let's find the one titled Research Ethics. Oh no, that's just general description. I won't have those in my document anymore. Maybe I wasn't finding list indicators. But they must be there, right? They've got to be there somewhere. Let's go in here. I don't like the scroll bars here either. They're too small. I like them bigger. But Windows 11 decides I will have them smaller. And therefore, still lots of these double spaces, but that won't matter once it goes into HTML. So I do wonder why the categories didn't take. Category, title, description. The titles worked, the description worked, but the category didn't. Okay, well, let's try. Yeah, it was the last 4 that I think I did. Was it? No, it wasn't. Well, let's unword wrap these. Or let's word wrap these. Options. View. Options. A little awkward working through this stuff. Oh, word wrap is on. Right, because I want it off. View. Options. Turn off word wrap. Okay. Category, title, description. All right, let's try reloading these again. Control C. Put this in ethical codes A again, just like before. All right, save it. And let's import it and see what we get this time. Browse, okay, import. Data uploaded. Let's have a look at it. List code. All right, I forgot to fix that. Let's actually fix that now. Which one was it? It was the second one, right? No. Oh, it looks okay now. No, it's this. Okay, I see. You put a BR in there instead of the tab. Where's it now? So that was in the ACM. Yeah, right here. This should be a tab. And I'll remove the BR. There we go. Control S. And I'll do the same thing in the other document, just for completeness. Control S. Alright. And so we'll come here and we'll just remove all of that crap from the title. Alright. Let's see what they look like now. Again, still no categories for recording. Don't know why. And here we have, okay, something here in IEEE Code of Ethics. A code of conduct. Okay, that'll be the open single quote that we need to fix. Trying to find it. Not particularly easy. Oh, let's it's not that far in. No more than a single page. Alright, still there, still somewhere in the future. Alright. There it is. Okay, so let's get all of those. Control C. Search, replace. I really hate smart quotes. I just despise them. I really do. Okay. What else now? CFA Institute, there's no weird characters there. No weird characters there. Just those. Alright, so let's delete these again and try again. It's only when I load this that it comes up weird, and I don't know what. I mean, it's clearly some CSS. You see, when I load this, that's when the CSS hits. View selection source. I'm not seeing any Control F style. Not seeing. Okay, what's this? $26M. No, that's just the. Okay, but there may be more now. I'm just looking to see. What is that? Oh, it's the editor. Okay. So the editor shouldn't be causing any changes. Basic style. Yeah, that's just the editor. All of that's the editor. Oops, back up. No. Again, still the editor. And we're back up to the top. Well, that's pretty strange. I don't know what could be changing this. Wow, that's a strange one. Just a strange one. Delete record. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. And the last one. What if I just remove this entire description? Is that going to change? List code. Nope. Oh, right, okay. Let's remove all of this. Just put a little TTT in there. List code. Nope. Huh. Never seen that before. Never seen that before. Let's inspect this. Font size 18 points. Oh, yeah, no, it's big. Okay, where's that coming from? Side nav 18 points. List code. See, I don't think that's 18 points. Inspect. No, that is. Okay, font size 18 points. Okay. But when I click on it, it becomes huge. Even this top one becomes huge. Everything in there becomes huge. What's the font size of this? Font size 18 points. Well, and that could be 18 point fonts. But when I click on one, oh, well, that seems all right. Okay, well, I'm going to end this for now because it's been going on for 2 hours, and I need to just kind of, I don't know what's causing that, obviously. So we're back up to the gigantic text again. And it insists that my font size, well, see, now it's small again. But now it's big. But when I inspect it, it's small. Wow. Well, that's different. So I can't figure that out. I mean, in the end, it doesn't really matter. More concern is I can't get my organization in there, and that might have to do with the import script. And I think what I want to do is I want to make this a little more verbose so that I can see what's going on when it imports stuff. See, it got a file, etc. And then it just tells me data is uploaded. And you can see the 4 records loading. So I'll go in there, turn on the verbosity a bit, figure out what's happening, and yeah. But for now, I'm gonna take a break, and we'll come back to this later.